Welcome everybody to the live stream. Let's see this. Can you guys see this? Can you guys hear me? Let's see. SWCH. Okay. Let's see, I'm waiting for at least one person. Okay, there we go. 5 people have came in. Okay. Could you guys hear me well? Make sure you type in the chat. Yep. Okay, so let's go. So this is how I basically make my watch list. It shouldn't take you guys more than 20 minutes to make a watch list. So basically what I do is I get my, I was about to say Thinkorswim, my trade idea scanner, and I go from top to bottom on the momentum and on the volume. So I would look, say, at most unusual daily movers, DELT, and this ticker is it rings a bell. This hash brand in the past. I forgot when I traded this, but let's see, 4 hour. It had to be back in April, I believe. So I look back at the history. You can see I go back on every single time frame just to see any critical like price point. So I could see that I fell off from 168 here. I would plot that there. I would zoom in here because this is where we're trading at. And I'd see that last time it hit 142, what happened? It got rejected. So let me see. It had a green day and then it had a horrible red day. And then it tried to reach back to that price point at 140 and then it got rejected again in the matter like of a week. And now we're headed back to that price level again to see if it would break. And not convinced with the volume, so I'd skip DELT. Let's move this here. I'm gonna go back. Let me see what you guys have. So another way I do it is by just going in the chat because I know I do miss a lot. Let's see. Let's walk in and some recap. You guys are saying that. Which one was it? SWCH IPO. I have no clue. It was IPOing, but I could tell you this from my experience. Like with Snapchat IPO back in March. Which one was that ticker that had an IPO? Last week or this last week. It started with r.c. something. I'm not sure, but let's see if somebody types it out here. Let's see, wrong one. Got the Ty Lopez social media agency there. Which one was the ticker? If somebody could mention, it. It wasn't I don't think it was GST. It started with I saw it had an RK on it, but that's not the point. What I'm trying to say is that these IPOs are all hype. They all have hype, and that's all you want to trade it just with like earnings. I think Costco had earnings today. Let's see. I don't know the ticker for Costco, but I think they did have earnings. Yeah. You see? Let me go back on the 5. Okay, here we go. So 2 to 3 days prior to an earnings or a conference call, it's gonna have a slight uptrend. So I guess you could kind of. This is not the most hype, like the hypiest stock I've seen with earnings, but I've seen way better stocks have more volatility. But as for IPOs, let's go back on Snap. I remember I traded this at 25. This was one of like my spot on calls. I think I said it was gonna hit 30, but it was so close to hitting 30 and it got rejected. Of course, this was the if you guys go on Thinkorswim and when you first sign onto it, I think it's the home screen, and you guys click here on CNBC and watch the TV. It was so hyped. There was so much traders talking about it. I'm pretty sure you guys saw the article of the Uber drivers that they had no idea how to trade stocks, how to buy stocks, but since Robinhood is so easy and accessible to new traders, and the fact that it's free, it attracts a lot of beginners who don't have the capital. I think a lot of them went just to trade Snap, and they had no clue what they're doing. And I think that's a pretty bad sign that we're in a bubble, or Snapchat was like gonna collapse really, really soon. A lot of people don't call it a company, but the point is that we're just gonna have to see how it acts tomorrow. I do think there will be hype, and it's just trading the hype and not believing in the company. Is this for me? What do you use to trade? This is Thinkorswim, but the broker is TD Ameritrade. Roku, there we go. That's the stock that had an IPO. Is it delaying a lot, guys? I'm sorry if it's delaying because I know there is a couple settings on it not delaying a lot. But this is my second time streaming, so I don't know. But yeah, I can see myself talking before. I'm a little bit ahead, but okay. So let's go with ROUK. You see, this is like the perfect. Snapchat did the exact same thing. Look, it's almost at the same price. It got rejected 30, so it'll come back down. It'll try to cross above the EMA. So this is going to be on watch for tomorrow here at, I believe we have this one on watch as well. Because you see this is where I fell off from at 2204. So a lot of stocks that fell off. Which one was the other ticker? I can't quite remember. But it fell off, and that's where price level you want to keep an eye out for a breakout. Because this is where it fell off, and today it tried to peak above it at 2207. It kind of successfully did it to 2220, but then it came right back down. It held midday, which is really, really good, instead of having it fall all the way down back to 21. So that price level is where you want to keep an eye out for support tomorrow, and potentially a buy around the 230s, and you could sell at 2230s, and you could sell at 2260 or even better above. So let's go back to the 30. Even more above, even like the $23 mark, depending on how volatile it gets. Yeah, we already kind of covered that. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I haven't traded an IPO since Snapchat. What are those two indicators on your graph? One was recommended by a member. I'm not sure if you're on here, but it's the Wilders. He said it's kind of similar to the EMA. Though here it is on top, right here on the top right. The Wilders smoothing. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but my favorite one, and probably the only one that I use. I've tried RSI, I've tried the VWAP, but it just adds more emotion, and simpler is better. I don't like causing. I like my graphs naked, like simple, straight to the point, just one line, which is the exponential moving average, close 13.0. So to add that, you'd have to go on the top right on studies, add study. Oh, this is just for Thinkorswim. I'm not sure how other brokers like E-Trade would add it, but you go to moving averages, go down and hit moving average exponential, and you'll add the filters on it. And I just based my trades on it. Especially momentum, it works very, very well. If you watch my other videos, you'll see that, for example, this. You see how it pulls back to the EMA and it breaks out. And it just rides above the EMA. And you could hold as long as it's holding above the blue line. As soon as it starts becoming toppy and trading sideways and trying to peek under the EMA, that's where you'd like to sell. So you would sell like around the 229, 228 level here and not back, hold down to the 2184s. So I hope I answered your question, Jake. Yeah, it is like a whole 2 minutes delay. But getting back to the watch list, I have this blue sticky note, and I just add the tickers throughout the day or stocks that have been running through the week. Because remember, we're here to trade volatility and momentum. We're not here to trade dead stocks, unless I don't want to call it a dead stock, but a stock that doesn't have that much volatility. So that would kind of call for a swing trade, but we cover those every Sunday and Tuesday. We've killed it on the Mankind swing. I did not trade it, but I know a lot of you guys traded. I was MIA today during the chat, but like I said, this one went parabolic. This one was crazy. We've been talking about it since the 2s. I know a member in there traded it at 2 and sold at 230, which was a very decent play because you don't know what's going to happen in the future, and it's just securing your profits. But man, it went at 651, and I did not trade it today, and it kind of stings, but I'm always optimistic. I'm always positive, and I always tell myself, don't worry. There's always going to be other trades in the stock market. The stock market isn't going anywhere soon, and there's going to be more trades. So, of course, I always say every run that's like this, almost parabolic, is followed by what? A huge downfall. So, very clean breakout here, 479. Ascending triangle here. There's like 3 ascending triangles within the huge ascending triangle, which is very, very good. Very, very bullish. You guys know I love my ascending triangles. And where is it? Let me zoom out a bit. So this is good. Kind of almost fell under, but you have the resistance here at 476. Then it hits 651, and then it comes down. So you wanted to hold above that massive breakout point here above 480, 476 ish. and it looks like it kind of wanted to fall here, but then it held itself. I like how it sustained a lot of volume throughout the entire day. So still holding above 480, which is very decent. I love for this to cross above 5 and hold there. And you see it's kind of topped out one time here, twice, 3 times, 4 times at 522. So that's where you want to keep like your breakout level on watch, because then it could completely break out and hit 578 tomorrow. Usually Fridays are slow, but I do not know why. I have a good feeling about this stock. But I'm still going to stick to my plan and watch 529. And then if you guys get super, super lucky, it hits 651 again. I know somebody said in the chat they doubled their portfolio with Mankind today, which is the power that the stock market has. It's just a matter of you being patient and waiting for that perfect setup and not rushing trades. And don't be scared to waste your day trades, guys. Don't be scared and be like, have the fear of missing out on another stock. Stocks will come and go. They come and go. They're not going anywhere. So it's just a matter of you nailing the trade. Any thoughts on ISPI? Watching you live now. Yes, I do. Let me see. Let me see. Go back. SPI. You see, this is what I would avoid. I think this one was the one. No, we had SPPI on watch. So the 1 hour is not looking good. Usually dead cat bounce plays do bounce a bit, but looks like it's not bouncing. So 15, 13 cent mark is where I'd want to keep an eye out for. Right now it's just fading, but this stock will come back. It's just you don't know the time frame. You don't know the variable, which is time. Because look, it is on a massive downtrend. I'm gonna say this is a horrible chart. Let's see, but you could get a 15. Are you holding this? Can you tell me how to read the scanner properly? I'm new. Which one? The trade ideas or think or swim? I'm not sure. But let me see. So VWAP power would hold on, guys. Okay, hold. Okay, I had to get a call on the phone, but call back. Okay, I'm gonna stick with you guys. So VWAP power and breaking out on the volume, blast off momentum would be. Is it this one? It's breaking out on the volume, and VWAP power is where you want to keep your eyes out during the day for momentum trade. So this right now is super slow. Why? Because of course it's after hours. There's not a lot of stocks moving. So if you guys watch other videos where I have this live, it will just be flickering a lot. So usually the darker green, like right here, is where there is more volume. There is more traders than the lighter green. If you scroll down, not a whole lot of volume, right? When you go here, there's a lot of momentum. So usually the VWAP power is for momentum. I like this is why like you need a couple of monitors, because I'm not saying go out there and buy 2 monitors, 3 monitors, but it helps with the space, because sometimes you have to keep going back and forth from tab to chat to trades. So I keep my eye on the VWAP power and the breaking out on volume, and I just alert them to you guys. And say which one was the stock? I think it was GNCA today. Yes, this one was C. So we had this one on watch at open. I still have the trend lines from this morning. I exactly remember. You guys remember I was live this morning. I don't know why the video didn't upload. I think because I had it unlisted, so that was my mistake. But we were talking about this here in the morning. Let me see. We got some good questions. See if you guys mentioned it. Yeah, 720. Let's see. No, I was on the live, but we did mention that, and it did break out. What was I talking about? The scanner, right? So this was on the scanner, and it's like my duty to come into you guys and just mention it. Hey, GNCA is popping up on the scanner. It has volume. This is the support. This is the resistance. This is the pattern it's forming. Is it above EMA? Is it under EMA? And we just go off from there. So it did break out past 164. It held above its previous resistance at 165, using that support, which is very good. And it's nothing but uptrend from there. It broke up past 2. It came down under 2. And right now it's just relaxing above 198. So watch the $2 crossover tomorrow. And I wait for pre-market for this one. There's not a whole lot of like price action that I could base my trade off of, based off support and resistance. So we'd have to wait for this one, GNCA. But we did catch GNCA on the scanner, and I just love trade ideas. I mean, it makes everything so much easier. And if you guys have it, if you guys bought it or paying monthly for it, message me and I'll send you guys the scripts or the filters on what I use, so you guys can see the same thing and can have the same exact scanner as this one. Any thoughts on MSDI? Oh, wrong one. No, this is based off the 1 minute. I hate these stocks that just are not moving. I'm not sure what your take on this is. Are you gonna invest in it? Are you day trading it? But based on the 4 hour, it is not looking good. I doubt the daily will look good either. No. Okay, I could kind of see a little trend, a little pattern. I'm not sure if you guys see it. So it spikes up a lot, and then it drops a lot, fades off. Oh, what, 2 months later, it spikes up again, drops off, fades off. So I think you're trying to play. I'm not gonna put words in your mouth. So I think you're trying to play this pattern here of a spike. So I don't have the patience to hold for a couple months. So you can see spike, fall, spike, spike, fall, spike, falls. So I'm not sure if you're expecting a spike. I'll let you answer that. STRM. Let's go to the 1 minute. Ooh, so let's see. $2 is what I'm buying for this one. I'm always playing my excuse me, I'm always playing my stocks off whole numbers. So $2 to get the 5. Yeah, $2. Because it looks like it might come back down to its dead support here on the 160s. Do you use level 2 stock quotes when you trade? Occasionally, but the majority of times it's just a chart. And the whole numbers and the $half marks, EMA, and I don't look at the times and sales. But sometimes at level 2 when there's a massive seller, this has to be real time, damn it. When there's like a massive seller at say 178 for this case, you'll see the ask size, how many shares, to see if there's like a secret seller there just unloading his shares at a certain price. But sometimes you don't even need the level 2 to see how it's reacting around a certain price level. That's kind of hard to explain you, but you have to see that real time. Tomorrow if I go live, I'll show you guys, remind me to show you guys the level 2. If there's like a stock having some massive resistance, you could kind of see it happening without having the level 2. CAPR, let's see. This one was on, the trend was broken back here on Monday. Looks like it tried to reverse. It's still going down. It's not looking good. So the volume is diminishing. I'd say 334, 350. Or if you guys want to scalp it, go ahead at $3. Notice how these are all super close to their whole number. So $3. I don't know what support it's going to find. It just looks like it's in a complete downtrend. So make sure you find support first. It could fall to 250 tomorrow. Who knows? So yeah, it could fall down to 250 and find support back there where it did Friday. So I don't know yet. We'd have to wait. Let's see. So many questions. GST. $0.90 breakout right here. You can see there's been some resistance there. So 5 minute, 90 cents, yeah, GST. Any good stocks to swing tomorrow? Christian, if you have Thinkorswim, message me and I'll send you the Thinkorswim scan up here. I'll send you the filters for the swing. Or just take a screenshot right now. EMA swing scan right now. Take a screenshot and these are the filters I use. And these are the stocks that are potential swings. And just make sure you analyze support and resistance. If you have any questions, message me and yeah, take a quick screenshot there. There we go. So IMUC, ATOS. IMUC, I think we talked about this one. I like the uptrend. It's a bit slow, but I'm gonna have to pass on this one. 41. It's a bit too choppy as well on the day. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on this one. I need volatility, guys. See, I'm gonna pass on this one as well. I had a breakout watch at 56 here. Kind of broke a pre-market, but not too convinced on this one. Yeah, I'll pass on this one as well. So somebody asked, hey, I watched some of your videos about support and resistance lines, but my question is, when you formulate a chart with your price target, stop loss, and buy, do you suggest buying stocks when it hits the listed buy price, before or after? In some of my videos, I bought before the resistance, and I bought after the resistance. So it's just a matter of fact of how fast the stock is moving. So sometimes let's go back here. Sometimes I'm too slow to the game. So let's go back to a trade. Let's see. How far can we go? Let's take a big win. MTBC was the biggest win on the trade in challenge. Let's see. So, and it's all about adapting, because for this one, I had a buy at $4. So not a hard like order, but I had a mental buy at $4. And if you guys noticed, this spiked up super quick at open, so it was impossible for me to buy there. Next, you see how I had the resistance here at 434 on watch? As soon as it started going to 413, that's where you execute. So I bought under the resistance here in this case, but you could have bought above it after the fact that it's close to its 450 half-dollar mark, and it's kind of holding above that resistance point at 436. So you could kind of call it support. But and I sold up here, which was super late to my trade. Let's see if I can find a better example. SNCR. Wow, what's up with this one? Oops, wrong one. So I'm gonna have to get up to the news on this one, but yeah, this one has news. I think somebody mentioned this one. Yeah, shout out to Stoke Stocks. I gave you a shout out in another video. He's the one who sent the trade ideas filter, which is amazing. I had another one. It worked fine, but this one just catches him quicker. Yeah, it makes a whole. This catches the stocks that are running. What was I on? Somebody mentioned that this stock had news, so yeah, keep a look on this one. But we're gonna go back to see where I traded this. All right around here. So, there's not as clear. 11.14. So in this case, I did buy under the resistance and selling at the top. So it's just like a matter of pennies, just a couple of cents, that a difference when you're buying it, a stock. If it's under its resistance, say $5, and you buy like at $4.95, $4.98, it's just depending on how much risk you want to take, or if you're convinced and the pattern is super sharp and you're just like, this is it. Like today, what's the stock we had today that from the super ascending triangle? I covered it in the morning. I can't quite remember. It was not ECYT, but it had a super sharp ascending triangle. I'm not sure I'm gonna remember, but it was super clean, and that's a stock that you could take a little bit more risk and buy a little bit lower of that price point you have. Let me see. RYTM. This was an IPO as well, huh? You see, these IPOs do kind of burst, and they do have. I mean, it's funny and it's weird, because when you trade an IPO, you can't go back. It's like, where's the support? Where's the resistance? Like, you only have this day. So interesting tomorrow for that ticker. So 3039 was that resistance we had, and look, it broke above it and it tried to test it as support. So it's now acting as support. It did come down a bit into the close, but it looks like it's closing above it now. So a breakout watch I'd have for this one is 31.48. So I use a mental stop loss, and it's based off its support and resistance. So for the person who asked about where do you set your buys for this one, it'd be right around 31.40. that right under that resistance. And if it comes down to like 30, 50 to find support, you could still hold it. It's just how much risk you want to take and how much profit, a potential profit there is. So it could hit 33.81 or it could hit $40. Who knows? So it's just basing it off your support and resistance levels. What made you get into stocks? And message you on Discord, right? Yeah, for the, or if you didn't take a screenshot of the filters, message me and I'll just send you the picture. But stocks are just like an easy, I don't want to say easy way of money, but I don't want to say addicting either. Well, it kind of is, but I think the stock market changes your life, honestly. As cheesy as it might sound, but I don't look at Mondays the same. I hate the weekends now. I just love being in the chat with you guys, talking stocks, and it's just something that you could produce extra income with, or potentially just replace your income with stocks. And it's just something that, as an entrepreneur, or some if you just want to go out and find like a different business venture or something you could do, or you could have a full-time job and do this on the side and still make like an extra, I don't know, $100 a week, $200. I know somebody said earlier they double their portfolio, so that's the power it has. It's just recognizing the opportunity and the potential the stock market has, and it could change your life. FMSA, let's take a look at that. Okay, I do like the uptrend. $5 is a whole number, so tomorrow the TV could hold $5. A potential dip buy at 5, or if not, there's a slight ascending triangle forming here. Potential dip buy as well under 5 at 496. Let's see, around this level. So I don't like the barcoding. I don't like the fact there's not a whole lot of volume, but I can't deny this solid uptrend on the 1 hour. But I just need for this to unfold more. Yeah, there is some resistance at $5. So hopefully it could hold above 5 throughout this entire rest of the week, which is Friday, just tomorrow, and next week. Let's check this one. Let's talk about Mankind, DNR. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna get started with like how I make the watch list. So I would look at the sticky note I have. So I keep these stocks throughout the whole week, and I would just, because these are the stocks that are running. You guys know ECYT, you guys know JAGX, you guys know OPTT, MTBC, HMNY, of course, the surprising stock. So we'll start with ECYT. This one, we go back on the 5. You can see that still has been having massive resistance around the 620 level and support around the 566. So it looks like it's kind of trying to shy away from 558, 556. Who knows if it finds support at 550 or finds support at $5, but I do want it to keep its channel between $6, in between there. And I'm still having that breakout level watch at 618, which is the massive resistance. I wouldn't hesitate to buy it around 610, 6.8 and sell potentially at 650 or 655. But it's been dangling around that resistance and that channel for since Tuesday. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, but just keep a lookout at that 6 level. As soon as it crosses 6, you guys should get excited because it looks like it might come back to the 620s around there. And if it just gets rejected off of it, you can hold and not hope, but see if it holds $6 as support. And if it doesn't, sell. As long as you have that risk reward there of selling at 6, close to 620, and having 655 as your price target. Let's SNCR. JAGX, I'm still waiting for 25, guys. 25, and it still hasn't hit it. So 25. We'll keep that on watch as well. SNCR. Did we just cover this one? Yeah, this one had news. So ignore the news. Pretend nothing happened. I had a watch here at $11. This has been on my watch list at $11. You guys look at this. $11, and I had a price target at $11.69. Now it's hit $13.70. So if you guys would have held, I don't know if anybody of you held, but you guys would have been for a hell of a surprise after hours. So that's crazy. ECYT, I had a buy at 614. It still hasn't broke that level yet. KNDI, I didn't check on that one. 833. Wow. It hit 864, so it did go up a bit, but I'm glad it now it's holding above that resistance as support. So watch 865 breakout. This is one of those where you want to keep a lookout at the level 2 at that price level. So whoever asked about level 2, make sure you keep a lookout at 861 tomorrow, and potentially get $9 and just a quick scalp from there. Let's see, MTBC OPTT. Yeah, MTBC has not. They're not feeling it. I forgot what price point I had on watch. $4. Yeah, it has not touched 4, and I don't want to lower my standards, but $3 is the next level, so it just keeps on going lower and lower. This is why you guys don't back hold these stocks. DNR. I'm pretty sure I covered DNR. Let's see. I just barcoding on the 5. I could. No, this is not good. Barcoding is not good, guys. I don't have the patience to hold for a month. So let's see. GIGA popped up on the scanner, and somebody else mentioned it. Yeah, Trade Ideas is pretty lit. $49 million contract with GIGA. Okay, so right away, I see that the high is 158, right? So you want to plot that out. And where did it start? Oops, where did it start bouncing? So let's see. It hit 115. So I don't know how this is gonna react tomorrow with all the buyers here in the news after hours, but I'm definitely gonna have 115 on watch. And if it if it uptrends or it gaps up, the thing is, I don't know right now how. It's just like with SNCR with the news, you don't know what's gonna happen pre-market, so it's just better to wait for pre-market. But if it just maintains itself around $1 and holds above there, then 115 will be the level. So keep a lookout for that one. So I would write GIGA there. HMNY, I think I didn't cover this one. Let's see this. I had taken it off my watch list, but I did have 14, I remember, or right around there, a breakout level watch, and I took it off as soon as it started fading off because it was just not even close to that level. But HMNY is surprising, and it did break out past that level I had on watch, but I didn't alert it or anything like that. So that high we had at 1450 here right at open is going to be a definite watch for tomorrow. So 1450 and potential sell at 1496 around that $15 mark. And I also see this an uptrend higher low. So hopefully it squeezes above 1450 tomorrow. I think I already covered Mankind, but for those that are just joining or missed it, I'm eyeing 521, which is the quadruple top almost once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. I'm hoping you guys are starting to get the hang of it and they're starting to see the price points where you could potentially buy at. Let me draw this out. Right there is where it started hitting the resistance, and that's the level we're gonna have on watch. And by the way, it held above its previous resistance right here at the top at open. This is a support here at 476. So you can see that I tried to break it down here, but it couldn't. What other stocks am I missing? Usually I write them down, but I think Tier ran as well in the morning. Yeah, we had it on watch here, but it's not moving a whole ton. You know what? I think this is worthy of it. $2. Let's see. I kind of want to add this at $2 price target, but I won't add it due to the volume here. Midday, I don't like the volume there. Let's see. DF popped up. Let's see, no, too choppy. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Yes, I think I did. How you get into investing. I don't know what you mean by useful. ADMSCEI. Oh, nice uptrend here. Let's see. 1 minute. Okay, so we get the right tool. So we have those price levels here. It's back on the 4. Okay, so we have that resistance at around 21, 22. So this could dip down tomorrow. You see that first red candle on the daily chart, or not on the daily, on the 4-hour, but let's go to the daily. It's still green, so usually when there's a red candle on the daily chart, the first red day is followed by a couple more red days. So I don't want to say that's the same for the 4-hour, but I do see a dip coming. At least down to 2350, back to the same channel. So if it does come back down to 2350, you'd have a 24 breakout watch. If it comes down to this channel above 2285, I mean, yeah, 2285 and down right under 2350, you'd have 2350 as a breakout watch. But anything above 2284 is a win after the fact that it's been uptrending massively. Not massively, but it's been having an uptrend. Look at the low of 1991 on the 5-minute, and it hit a high of 2495 right now after hours. So you just have to wait to see where it finds support tomorrow. Let's see. I consider myself a part-time because I don't know what they necessarily mean by full-time and part-time. I also run, for those of you that know me, a social media marketing agency, and I have clients. I have a client here in downtown Los Angeles that I am meeting tomorrow up in the morning. If you guys want more info on that, I'd make videos on it, how I make money with social media. But social media marketing is I have a bigger income there than I do with stocks, but I do fit stocks in the morning. Because if you guys notice, like I always say, like all my big trades are in the morning, right around market open. So that's usually where you just want to keep your focus at. And that's why I miss stocks sometimes, and it's okay to miss it. There's always going to be other stocks running. So like I said, yeah, if you guys want any more info on how you can start your own agency, because this is apart from stock, completely off topic, but if you guys have social media and the internet is still very new. It's not as old as you think, and in the next 20 to 30 years, it's going to be a complete game changer for businesses, because I do see a lot of businesses, especially like mom and pops businesses, that they don't understand like how social media works. And I think if a business doesn't have social media or doesn't have like a specific social media plan, it's dead. Because think about it, everywhere you look there's cell phones, people are on their phones. Social media is like addicting. It is addicting, guys. I'm not sure if you guys have social media accounts, but it's becoming the future, and it's still in its early stages. Social media is new, so I do think that playing the long-term game with social media is the way to go, as well as stocks. So going in the long term, for those of you that are young as well, play that game, like that long-term game. Don't think anything, especially with like stocks and social media, for my part, is overnight. Don't have that mindset of overnight success, because it's not like that. I'm not saying I'm the most successful person, but I've seen it does take time. It takes dedication and it takes effort. And if you have that mentality of instant gratification, oh, I don't see results the next day, I'm gonna quit. I don't see results in 1 week, in 1 month, in 2 months, in 1 year. Play that long-term game, because you're gonna win. And that was just my little like rant. So it's just long-term, guys. Time to get back on track, but let's see. These were the stocks I'm gonna have on watch. I'm definitely gonna add ADMS. Let's Let's see, ECYT. I think I already covered it. So I'm gonna add. Hopefully this doesn't fall under 550. But I'm gonna add ECYT. Did we cover KNDI? Yeah, I think we did right around here. So I'll add that one as well. I don't want to keep this. MTBC is the one that's falling off already, so we'll keep that one off. SNCR. OPTT. I wanted this to hold above 150, but it's not holding above 150, so I'm going to take this one off. SNCR is the one that has news, so keep that one on watch. Jagex still at 25. So that would be my watch list for tomorrow. I probably missed one or two stocks that I ran today. Let's see. HOV. Where do I have a line here? I think you guys see a line on the start pattern that I pulled up. I think we did cover this. I believe we talked about this in the 190s, and we called the cup and handle breakout here because there's a line drawn. So I'm not sure, but it already broke out past its main. Okay, probably the main buy was here under $2. It's above EMA on the daily, and it's gonna cross the whole number. So I think this would possibly be a dip buy at 216. So I'm not sure if you're holding this or. Let me see. Or yeah, it is slow, and it does have potential. Let's see. Oh yeah, it has a good uptrend. I don't think it'll break out past where's that? Because where it fell off is where the line's at, which is at 216. So I think the top you could get is 230. I'm not sure, but I'm calling 230 at the top here because that's where like the previous resistance was at before it fell off. The 230. So 230 is the max for me. I'm a bit late to this stock, so but I'm pretty sure we talked about this one because it does have a line drawn here. But yeah, if I'm missing something, like I always say, guys, definitely tomorrow. If you guys want me to go live, I will go live pre-market because today I went a little bit after market open live. So I'll go live pre-market. I'll have the scanner for you guys if you guys find the scanner helpful, which a lot of you guys do. So I'll have this up. I'll have the scanner running right now. Let me take a look. DCIX. No, I hate the shippers. Nah, not convincing. So I'd have the scanner for you guys. Pre-market. I'll leave that up for like 30 to probably an hour, up an hour or 45 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on how many stocks are running. Because we do have a couple. Oh, which one was the IPO, guys? That's what I'm forgetting. Yeah, which one's the IPO? S something. SWCH is the IPO. So yeah. SWCH. We're gonna have that one on watch as well. Yeah, see you later, James and Jake. And for the long haul, that's the mindset you guys need to have. I know you could get impatient. You need patience and dedication. Patience for the long term. Not I'm gonna become a millionaire next week. I'm gonna make $1 million this month, this year, next year. It's like, I know this is getting off topic again, but like everybody covers the end story. Everybody covers the Bill Gates, the Warren Buffett, but nobody covers the years of time it took to get there. Like Bill Gates said, he worked 10 years nonstop from his 20s to his 30s. Think about that. 10 years building Microsoft from his 20s to the 30s, locked in his room, just building it. So if it took him 10 years to build that, imagine how much time it would take us to just have progress. So massive progress. So just keep it, stay in for the long term. That's like my best advice. Just patience. Every day we get ahead, not necessarily in large spurts. So like be in a hurry, but not in a rush. Just play the patience game. So tomorrow I'll have this scanner for you guys up, pre-market, and we'll catch some stocks, make some money. So down below, swing CI. This one's up a bit after hours, but mostly day traders, so we'll probably. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this live stream. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you guys did, make sure you guys leave a feedback in the Discord or right here on the YouTube chat. And I'll see you guys tomorrow pre-market live. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys pre-market.